Hey, we got another mission from the Duke. Come on.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's head out. What's this new mission? Who is it this time?
I'll tell you on the way. Come on, we gotta go. You must be around here somewhere.
Who are we looking for exactly?
We're looking for a Morcon who's supposed to have gotten his hands on a bunch of metal stuff from the grotto. Come on, let's go to the Morcon headquarters to find this guy before we waste all our time.
So, I'm guessing you're the guy I meant to meet.
Guess so.
Right. Let's get one thing straight here. There's gonna be a few complications.
What a surprise.
What did you say?
Well, everything's ready to be picked up. A whole heap of metal plates and enough stuff to build a decent stockade. Just one small problem.
I'm listening.
The junk's still around the station area, right at the entrance to the grotto.
You're kidding me, right?
So we have to get in and out of the grotto carrying tons of metal without being noticed?
Either that or just charge in there and grab it all.
Going to war with the Morcons over a few metal plates. The Duke's not gonna sanction that.
We'd catch a burning crowbar to the back of the head if he knew.
Well, sorry I can't be more help to you.
Asshole. You've really dropped us in it. You better scram before I show you my steel.
Pleasure doing business.
What a mess.
Yep, that was disappointing.
I ought to cut that guy's head off for this shit.
We would have gotten to it sooner or later anyway.
What makes you think that?
Because every mission the Duke sends you on is a fool's errand.
You starting up with that shit again?
It would have been impossible for one Morcon to get all that metal out of the grotto without getting some other Morcons involved. The whole thing's a joke.
Maybe it is, and it's not a funny one either.
You think the Duke has a job for you where you don't come back empty-handed?
What are you saying?
I'm saying I'm starting to feel sorry for you, bully. Wake up and see what's really going on. Take a minute and think about what the Duke's been doing to you. Better yet, think about what he's planning for you.
Yeah, I will. But you stay out of it, okay?
No problem. We'll see how it pans out soon enough.
Shit.
Will you join the clerics?
I will, under one condition.
Okay.
I don't want the Morcons or bounty hunters to find me. I can't leave any tracks. If I can count on your silence, we have a deal.
I'll keep my mouth shut. You have my word.
Then we've got a deal. I'll become a cleric. I still can't believe it.
Can you find your own way to the castle?
Sure. I'll tell my boys I'm going out bounty hunting. Once I'm out, I'll disappear. With any luck, no one will be surprised. Poachers sometimes end up as troll food. Oh, by the way, take this. I don't need this stuff anymore, so it might as well go to good use.
Thanks. When you gonna head out?
Soon. You can let the clerics know. See you around, buddy.
You know, there's a price on your head.
Oh, shit. I knew it, but... I gotta get out of here. Out of my way!
Not so fast.
You're making a mistake. I'm not some defenseless victim, you know.
I'm not interested in your bounty.
Oh shit. Almost lost my lunch. Now you know why I need those supplies you brought me. Escape preparations. I thought Nero's vultures would eventually be circling me. I just didn't realize they'd be doing it so soon. That's why I couldn't get the stuff myself. I'm too easy a target on the open road.
You really think you're safe here?
No, but I'd rather have a wall at my back than a knife through it. I really need a new plan. Sooner or later, they'll find me. If you ever hear about a place somewhere I'll be safe, think of me.
Can you imagine working for the clerics?
Join the clerics. Me.
Why not? Can't stay in this dump forever.
Why would I go to them? As I recall, they're not particularly fond of outlaws.
Times have changed.
Changed? Oh, really? You mean instead of shooting me, now they'll just beat me to death?
No, they need recruits. Skilled people. People with talents like you.
I didn't know they were so desperate. Maybe I will take you up on the offer. I mean, apart from that little incident at the fort, the reason Nero is after my head, I'm pretty good at procuring information. Know what? I'm in.
You know the way to the castle?
Don't worry about me. I'll find my way. Besides, I've plenty of provisions now. I'd better go. Rather no one found me. So long.
Is it true you're a berserker spy?
What? No, they're just rumors.
Just rumors. So why the bounty?
Because, well,
So there is something to it.
I mean, putting it like that doesn't give the full truth. Which is, I wanted to work for them, but they threw me out. So really, I've done nothing wrong.
So how'd they catch you?
We've got cells all over Magellan. They provide us outlaws with information. There's a cell in the fort. The swine there were watching me, lost no time in ratting me out.
Don't come any closer. You're too late. The girl's ours. So just get lost, okay?
You're the one who should go. She's coming with me.
Since you don't seem to understand what's happening here, I'll explain it just once. The girl killed 2 of our men and a couple of others. Anyone touching her gets their fingers burned. So scram! You're in way over your head. That's the last warning you'll get, pal. I don't want to see your face here again, understand?
I understand that you're about to get fucked up.
Ha, you got jokes. Think that's smart, huh? But that was your last mistake, believe me. Get 'em, boys!
Thanks, but I really don't need your help. I would've had a knife to their throats sooner or later. I'd do just fine on my own.
And you're sure you don't need any help?
I let them capture me. There were too many for open combat. I had to find another way. Sometimes it's good to make the prey think it's the hunter.
Seems like you know your stuff.
Obviously. You saw how they were fighting. I had all the time in the world. I would have had 3 fresh corpses at my feet by tomorrow morning at the latest.
We should team up, you know? Travel together.
I'll pass. I've been watching you, and I don't think our styles would mesh. Still, thanks for the offer. I appreciate the compliment. I'm tired of roaming around. I'm planning to stay at the fort for a while. I don't see eye to eye with the berserkers, but I could use a beer and a comfy bed. So, can we shake hands and go our separate ways, or is there something you need from me?
You should avoid the roads. Better for your health.
Now where's the fun in that? Don't worry, I'll be fine. Anyway, good luck. Something tells me you'll need it more than I do.
The clerics are in desperate need of fighters. Would you be interested?
I never fight on the losing side.
Huh, I thought you liked a challenge.
There's no reason for me to take that sort of risk. I'm a free woman. Why should I give that up for them?
Aren't you fed up? You're restless all the time.
So what? At least I can do whatever I want.
Can you really, though? You're always on guard, always trying to stay out of somebody's crosshairs. This freedom you're so proud of, it's an illusion. You've fooled yourself into thinking you're free, but you're not facing facts.
You think I'm afraid? Is that what you think?
I think you're wasting your time going it alone. You could actually achieve something if you joined the clerics. And you could pit your skills against real opponents, not those idiots you usually go up against.
The way you put it, almost sounds sensible.
So I've convinced you?
I'll probably regret it, but can't stand you yammering on. So, just tell me where I'm needed.
Do you know where the cleric castle is?
Of course. It's quite a walk, but I'll manage. Go on ahead of me. I'll catch up later.
Promise?
Yeah, I still have something to take care of. I'll see you in Caracas.
About that special weapon. I found everything you asked me for.
Really? Well, let me see then. And more than one acid bladder. You will not regret this. But it's gonna take me a little time to forge the weapon. Been thinking about this thing for years. Don't want to rush it. Come back in a week. Should have it done by then.
A week.
Quality takes time. Sorry, that's as fast as I can do it. Can't start today as it is. Look, get drunk and sleep for a week if you're that impatient, goddammit.
Might just do that.
Outstanding. Can't wait to get started. See you in a week.
Hey, Dex?
Yeah?
I'll make it up to you someday, okay? All that time I missed with you.
You're my father, and you're a good guy, so I'm very proud of you. But I hope you'll be there when I need you.
I'll do my best, I promise.
Cool. Maybe that's enough.
I found the Skyan scouts. They won't be reporting anything back. There were only a few of them, but they'll likely send out more next time.
We'll deal with that when the time comes. I'd say we're off to a good start. A job well done, Jax.
So what's next?
Time for me to take an inventory. See what we need. You can't help with that, so you're done here. Of course, if you can find more recruits, please keep them coming. Trustworthy or not, I'll take the chance. I need numbers. I can worry about keeping them under control later.
About the military forces of the other factions. The Berserker Fort now has a better military structure than when it was under Outlaw control.
Quite. The plan to unite the Outlaw and Berserker factions in the fort seems to have been successful.
Patriarch Victor seems to be the actual head of the Morcons. He's a volatile one. We'll have to watch out for him.
Good to know. But if we're being honest, that probably applies to all Morcons.
The Albs have an enormous supply of Elex stored in their depot. That's where they get their power.
Well, that explains why Ignadon is suddenly covered in a blanket of snow.
Alexander Ekrom does a good job of leading the Albs. He's smart, and gives them tremendous stability. For now, at least.
Yes. Intellect was never the Albs' biggest problem, but they have plenty of other things to contend with.
The Outlaws have settled in the garbage-filled crater of the comet. There still aren't many of them, but things won't stay that way for long.
Smart move. Stay in the background for the time being, gather strength. Doesn't help us much at the moment, though.
The Duke of Ateris could be dangerous. He's nothing but a criminal. A very successful one.
Better keep an eye on him, then. We can't afford any surprises.
The clerics are only just getting back on their feet. Not much help at the moment.
And we mustn't forget that they were driven out of their land. It will take some time for those wounds to heal.
Judicator Reinhold has his hands full getting the clerics back into shape.
Ah, a familiar name. Well, at least we know who we're dealing with when the time comes.
Isn't that enough?
Yes. We have enough information about the other factions now. Good work. Give me some time to analyze everything, and we'll be able to move on to the next step. We've completed the first stage of our long journey. The Sixth Power has taken its first steps, but now the real work begins. I'm impressed, Jax. I knew you could do this, but I'm still surprised by how efficient you've been.
That's the reason the hybrid, always sent me on the toughest missions, isn't it?
Indeed. And even after all these years, you haven't lost any of your skills. Just as well, we're really going to need them.
I've still got a long way to go. So many difficult situations and demanding people. They all seem to want to determine my fate. And my family's. But I've got decent weapons again, and I'm ready to face the next obstacle. The Sixth Power is now in action, and soon we'll be a serious contender in the battle for Magellan. And I'm part of it, whether I want to be or not. Not much is certain yet, but the coming days will reveal more about my special role in the war against the invaders. Meanwhile, the Skyans will be expanding the regions covered in their alien flora. Before long, we'll be in a world we don't recognize, full of creatures that'll change or destroy us. My infection. The Dark Elex is starting to take over. I'm already feeling the first effects of the disease. I need to get some healing soon, or I won't get the chance to fight my first real battles.
We need to talk about that infection of yours. I've made some startling discoveries about the Dark Elex. And I'm certain now that, left untreated, the infection will eventually transform you into a Skyanid creature.
That doesn't really help.
Well, we could pump you full of painkillers, but I don't think that's a good idea. One moment of inattention and the infection could overwhelm you. Better not take that risk.
Great.
I've developed a method of extracting specific DNA fragments from infected subjects. So I'm going to need as many different subjects as possible to continue with my research. That's where we should concentrate our efforts next.
What about me? I'm infected. Will my DNA fragments help?
I need samples from subjects that have already mutated. But they can't be from just any Skyanid. I'm going to need exceptionally thermoactive specimens. You'll have to hunt them down and use the method I've devised to extract those DNA fragments from them.
Any activity on the Skyan invasion front?
Things are still relatively quiet. They must be preparing for a major assault. But I'm more concerned about the Morkons at the moment.
Fuck, I'd almost forgotten about them.
They're unpredictable and represent a huge risk in our war against the Skyans. Especially Patriarch Victor. You should speak to him. Try to reach some form of agreement. Nothing would be worse than him attacking us when we least expect it.
So what else have you got for me?
I've received reports from our neighbors to the northwest. It seems the clerics have lost control of some of their own troops. Their headquarters are about to be attacked by a group of malfunctioning robots. You should stop them before they reduce the cleric castle to a pile of rubble. You should talk to Thialk about our defenses. There's still a long way to go before we're properly prepared.
DNA fragments from thermoactive Skyanids. Am I supposed to know what any of that means?
Yes, I know it sounds complicated. But it's really rather simple. It's all about the cell's DNA replication. How actively and stably the cells of the infected subjects transform. The best data I can use is from subjects whose transformation was particularly quick and effective. When it comes to researching Dark Elex, that could save me a lot of time, and we have precious little to spare. Even things like pieces of skin, scales, or excrement might be enough if they come from highly thermoactive specimens. I've added the relevant data to your adjutor. It will show you promising areas for the DNA fragments I need. Focus your search there.
What if I can't come to an agreement with Patriarch Victor?
Well, just do everything you can to make sure it doesn't come to that.
Commander, additional location of Skyan control node chips detected.
Great. That's just what I wanted to hear. Where are they this time?
Ignadon.
I still don't get it. Why would such an advanced race be so interested in old-world tech?
Additional scan recommended.
You always gotta make it sound easy, huh?
Recommendation for scan based on inadequacy of current information. Collection of further information likely to increase probability of accurate answer to query.
That's what I'm saying. Fine. Let's go look into these chips.
Departure in 3, 2, 1. Multiple units located directly ahead.
Let's act fast before they run away again.
Commander, report. Sensor activity suggests companion Fox has been captured by Fort Berserkers.
What? How could that happen?
Fox separated from troop. Fox was alone.
Well, that couldn't have gone any worse. He couldn't even carry out his plan to be rehabilitated at the fort before they got him.
Recommendation. Immediate full-spectrum scan of Fort.
Yeah, little guy. I'm worried about him too. Hope we make it in time.
Acknowledged. Report. Pattern confirmed. Control node chips deployed at this location. Machine computing components also utilized.
Maybe you're right. They do need more computing power for research. Or the resources for it anyway.
Possibility acknowledged. Recent analysis, however, suggests alien systems based on more complex components.
There is another possibility. The Skyans are collecting electronic scrap to stop us reactivating for use against them.
Analyzing. Possibility acknowledged. Strategic location of alien activity supports speculation.
Fine. But what can we do to improve the situation?
Analysis incomplete. Skyan technology based on neural network components. Evaluated as highly effective.
Computing with live tissue?
Partially. Inorganic modules also present. Likelihood of initial hypothesis proving true downgraded. Now calculated as unlikely.
Oh, interesting. Keep me posted on what you find, okay?
Acknowledged. Commander to be notified on detection of new location.
Well, aren't you looking comfortable?
Can't complain. Nice furniture, beautiful view. Every 2 years or so, someone comes and plays cards with me.
So, need me to bust you out of here?
Yeah, well, if you do that, you're just gonna get into shitloads of trouble yourself.
What are they accusing you of?
What aren't they? That I sold the Mana Shrine. That the Albs war against the Free People was my fault. Oh yeah, one more to tack on there, that I called the guys from the Purple Towers down to destroy us all.
Seriously, though, who did you upset to get thrown into this place?
Leave it, Jax. You've already done enough for me.
Come on, spit it out.
All right. If you must know, it's Ulf. My father. He's one of the warlords here, and he's not exactly proud of me. He's the one behind all this.
Warlord Ulf is your father. Well, that explains why you get passed around the fort like a hot potato.
Yeah, well, it's complicated. Ulf doesn't exactly want word to get out.
What, that you're his son? Surely anyone with any kind of power already knows that.
Yeah, well, knowing it and blabbing about it in public are two different things. And that particular piece of gossip is a little too hot for most, so they tend to keep their mouths shut.
Wait a minute. So your father's the one keeping you locked up here?
Well, that almost sounds nice. It's a lot worse than that. He wants me to rot in jail.
What? His own son? How does he explain it to the other warlords?
Beats the hell out of me. I'm just telling you what he said.
I'll talk to Kaya about it when I see her.
She can't stop my father from being an asshole.
Maybe not, but she can stop you from rotting away in this dump for the next few years.
Huh. Well, It's worth a try.
You don't seem to like your father all that much.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. A little less polite one is that I hate him.
I see. Any particular reason?
He killed my mother when I was a kid. That good enough for you?
Really? What happened?
The story is that they were out hunting. Pretty far from here, somewhere south of the Thompson Town ruins.
In Caracas?
That's right. Some wild animals caught their scent, and they tore my mother to pieces while my father watched.
How do you know?
He told me himself. But it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you've seen the guy. He's a giant. There's no way animals could take him. I never believed that, not for a second. He killed her himself. No doubt in my mind.
What makes you so sure?
Ask him about it. Look in his eyes and you'll see. Now, if you don't mind, I'll go back to counting stalks of straw. Maybe try to make a little friend out of them. Off you go. You know where to find me when you're done.
Why are you letting Fox rot away in jail?
Excuse me? Who the hell are you to be questioning my authority?
What did the poor kid do to make his own father treat him like that?
That poor kid is getting the punishment he deserves for his insolent behavior. He's my son, and I know what's best for him. End of discussion.
Fox said something about his mother. He said that she...
Quiet! Not one more word, you hear? It's none of your damn business. His mother was killed in Thompson Town by a pack of wild animals. Vicious predators. And that is the end of it. We just have to live with that. Me and my son. Now leave me alone. You must have something you should be doing.
My escape from the grotto was an adventure, I can tell you. Think you would have enjoyed it. But I had some good company, so I can't complain.
Glad to see you again, too.
I want to introduce you to someone. Just a second. Just say hi, Tamara. He's our friend. Tamara, please. I'm sorry, Jax. My daughter can be a little on the obstinate side. She doesn't get out much, unfortunately. The resistors couldn't find out about her, so we kept her hidden in our house. She'll get used to the big wide world soon enough. Anyway, business as usual here. If there's anything you need, ask away.
Where'd you get the goods from?
I have Chloe to thank for that, strangely enough. Doing all sorts to help us keep afloat. A lot of what I'm selling is stuff she suggested. Wouldn't get that help in the grotto, that's for damn sure. Not in a Morcon's nature. But that little episode's in the past now, where it belongs. My family's safe. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Glad you all made it here safely.
Hey, anyone tries to lay a finger on my family, they can kiss goodbye to their arm.
Don't listen to him. He'd struggle to break a little finger.
Oh, come on, Marika. He would have bought it. Anyway, we can't complain. Pretty well set up here.
If you need anything, I'd be happy to help.
I know, and we're so grateful. But hopefully, we can manage on our own now. Listen, if you don't mind a few words of wisdom from this fool, don't do what I did. Don't gamble with the lives of your loved ones. Nothing is more important. I took far too long to realize that.
How's it going?
No sooner do I resume my work as an oracle than it becomes a nuisance, as it always does.
I know just what you mean.
It's time I turn my attention to more important matters.
I have just the thing. The Skyan's Dark Elex. We still know next to nothing about it. And seeing as you're the expert in Elex, maybe you can look into this new purple stuff.
I've been thinking about that too, and I know just where to begin my investigation. I'll need your help, though.
You got it.
We Berserkers worry more than anyone about the Skyanids. In a way, they're not unlike the Alb's mutants. They're slaves to Elex II, and are fundamentally changed by the substance. But what is its nature? How does it work? What makes it so infectious? Does it possess a collective voice like the blue Elex we've lived with all these years?
You think you can find a cure for dark Elex infections?
I won't know what I discover until I discover it.
Can't do any harm to have other irons in the fire. Who knows when Dawkins' research will yield any useful results? Where do we start with our search?
I have a certain affinity for Elex and mana. I can sense many of their properties, and even communicate with them. We already know that one derives from the other. But its purple form is very different. It has both replicative and infectious properties. Isolating and analyzing it without contracting the Dark Plague won't be easy.
You can do it. You always do.
I wish I shared your confidence. I will need a sample in its pure form, however. I can't understand how it works unless it's active and whole. And preferably attached to a living organism.
I think I know where this is going.
Yes, I need fresh specimens of skyanids for closer study. Most of the beasts we've fought so far have been in a transformed state for several weeks. What I need are skyanids that have undergone a recent mutation. One of our scout troops spotted a young herd of smaller skyanid specimens south of the fort a few hours ago. It appears they were created from a pack of spinehounds. We should track them down as soon as possible. So if you're ready, I suggest we move.
Did you know that Warlord Ulf was Fox's father?
I did. They're always fighting. I'd keep out of it if I were you. They need to work out their differences by themselves.
I think you're simplifying things too much.
They've been feuding for years. What makes you think an outsider could fix things between them? Just leave it alone.
Ugh. Let's go pay those mini skyanids a visit.
All right. Come on, then. Our scouts spotted the beasts over there.
I hope they really are just small specimens.
We're about to find out. Damn it.
They may be young, but they're still dangerous. Probably infectious, too.
Maybe if I take a closer look at where the transformation took place, that will suffice. They must have spent several hours there. Just take me as close to where they were transformed as you can, and I'll conduct my research. It's just like I thought. I can sense the Dark Elex. It's everywhere. And it recently transformed those beasts right here.
What else did you find out?
The change involves a great deal of pain. The wailing of the creatures is still thick in the air. There's nothing they could do to resist. The transformation was fast, following infection just a few hours before.
That would mean...
Yes, once an animal of this size has been infected, it's only a matter of hours, days at most, before it changes.
What does that mean for infected humans?
There's no way of knowing. I have no human specimens to study. Well, except for you. But for whatever reason, you're a special case. We can't generalize conclusions based on your experience.
All right, then. So what do we do now?
I've learned as much as I can here. I need bigger subjects. I'll instruct my men to monitor the skyanids. As soon as they report any new transformations, I'll let you know. We have to get to the bottom of this.
This is the Kaya I know and love. Come with me.
There's enough of you already. Ask again when there's not so many.
Hey, look. I need your help.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. What's up?
Yeah, don't make a big deal of it, okay?
Yeah, sure.
I was thinking about what you said. About the Duke.
And?
Well, I'm having trouble getting my head around it. If I hadn't worked for Baxter for this long, I probably think... well...
That Baxter's giving you the runaround?
Keep your voice down. It's treason to talk like that. I'm an outlaw, and I answer directly to the Duke of Ateris.
Okay, I get it. But what's this got to do with me?
Well, I've got to give the Duke my monthly report. Everyone under his command has to do it. Anyway, I gotta go see him soon to give him my report.
That should be exciting.
Yeah, you're a real asshole, you know that? But since you said all that shit about him and me, you're coming with me.
You want me to protect you from the Duke?
If Baxter's hell-bent on frying my ass, he can take us both down at the same time.
And if I say no?
Then I'll drag your ass to him like a wet rag.
Okay. I'll hold your hand while you give your report to the Duke.
You're making fun of me? With all the compromises you're making over the crap in the Bastion? Say what you want. You don't fully support that sixth power shit either.
You don't know how wrong you are.
Oh, come on, quit it. The sooner we finish, the better. So get on over to the crater, and don't you forget to take me along.
Ready for some mischief?
Always. Not long now till all hell breaks loose.
Would you look at that? It's my two favorite assholes. Shit for brains and piss puddle.
I'm here with the monthly report.
That's a good doggy. Now, what's the report? I'll assume you did everything perfectly and exceeded all my expectations.
Cut the crap, Baxter, all right? All the latest assignments were doomed to fail from the start, and you know it.
Yeah, I noticed the fail part. So, Bully, what are we gonna do about that? Maybe you're not getting the right incentive.
I was with him on the missions.
1, how the fuck did that happen? 2, why the fuck did that happen?
I tagged along with him. He's right. You were asking the impossible.
Really? And I should give a shit about what you think, you puddle of lukewarm piss. Bully's supposed to be watching you, not using you to get on my nerves. Bad dog, Bully. That's another black mark on your record.
Bully may be an asshole, but he's loyal to you. He's always been loyal to you.
I'll remember you said that.
Okay, Bully. This is how you're gonna make this right. I've got one last assignment for you, and if you fuck this up...
I get it. What do you want me to do?
There's this con man I picked up who says he can make our chems better. I don't know how, though. He wants some samples from those monster fuckers from the Dark Towers.
You're making Bully collect Dark Elex so some guy can make chems out of it?
Are you my fucking echo? Yeah, that's what I said.
So who is this con man?
Oh, he's good. His snake oil's the best I've ever been sold. Now shut the fuck up before I permanently close your mouth with my fucking fist.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
Am I losing my hearing? I could swear I heard you say something, but it can't be. You telling me no?
I've been out there enough to see what dark shit does to people. Fighting those beasts is one thing, but trying to get that shit out of them? Nah, I won't do that.
And here I thought traveling around with this asshole would finally get you to grow a pair, or even half a pair. Speaking of growth, this is not the time to grow a backbone, Bully. I'm warning you.
Say whatever you want, man. I'm not getting that dark shit for you. Send someone else.
Oh, Bully. Poor, sweet, dumb fucking Bully. What am I gonna do with your stupid ass?
Look.
I'm pretty sure I told you to keep your fucking mouth shut. That's it, Bully. You're demoted. You don't get any juicy assignments anymore. You're my bitch now. You'll run errands and do all the other boring little jobs no one else wants to do.
What the fuck? I've busted my ass for you, Baxter. Year after fucking year. You know that.
And that's the only reason why I'm not tossing your fucking corpse into the gutter. So shut up and listen. I've got a big job planned, and it'll be your old gang of desert devils doing the deed. You know they're all scattered all over the place. But they already know what they have to do. I had a last few loose ends to tie up, but now it's time for your old buddies to strut their stuff. Go out and find them, wherever they are. Give them the password. They'll know what to do next.
What's the password?
The calf is ready for slaughter. Can your dumbass remember that?
Yeah, I'll remember it. That all?
That's all. And don't fuck it up again, you get me? Now get the fuck out of my sight, you worthless pair of idiots. I've got shit to do.
Desert devils?
That's what we called ourselves back then. We were a band of cutthroats that raised hell around Tavar. We were a pretty cool bunch. We stole like ravens and relied on each other. There was some real trust there. That was back when Baxter still had control at the Tavar fort.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. After a while, we all went our separate ways. That's just the way it goes.
Okay, so what now?
You heard, Baxter. I gotta find the old desert devils and deliver the message.
You know the Duke pretty well. What's the message to the desert devils mean?
Dunno, but it sounds like a big haul. Maybe a convoy ambush or something like that. What do I care? I'm not in on the plan. I've just gotta put out the feelers and find the desert devils. You're coming with me when I find one.
Oh yeah?
Hey, until Baxter says otherwise, I'm still your babysitter, and you'll do what I say.
Jax, listen. We need to talk.
Azotha, Imothega, Amosua, Insulesta.
Oh, damn it! Not now. We need you.
What's happening?
Bad news. A horde of Skynet scouts are approaching our bastion. We have to take care of them now, or they'll overrun us. Shit! Here they come! Fuck. Too close. So that's what it feels like? Such humiliation?
Huh. You really have no idea. Betrayed and expelled by your own people. That's humiliation.
It must have been a trying time for you.
It was.
I believe you. But being attacked at home by the enemy, that's a terrible thing too. Thank the stars these beasts won't be able to report back to their masters, or we'd soon have a garrison of Skyants to deal with.
Are you sure they can't?
Well, they are all dead.
I'm starting to think they can do a lot more than we know. Maybe even telepathy.
Enough of that. Let's try to stay positive, okay?
How can we improve our situation?
Okay, that's enough recruits for now. Certainly an interesting troop.
What's our next step?
I need to check the inventory, take stock. Then I'll know where we stand. When I need your help again, I'll let you know. Many thanks.
Listen, I have another request for you. I'd like to get my eyes on some of the Berserkers' strategic plans.
That's not at all surprising. You got any idea where you might find plans like that?
There's a group of Berserkers roaming around somewhere near the Tavar fort. We should take a closer look.
All right, let's go find your Berserkers.
Let's get the fuck out of here then, before they're gone. I still don't understand why my people have developed such a fear of the Berserkers.
Anything foreign can be seen as a threat. The Berserkers are trying to preserve both mankind and nature. But their methods are often esoteric. And that's difficult to understand for an Alb, looking at it from a scientific background. Here are the Berserkers' plans.
My analysis is progressing well. I think it's time to end our collaboration.
Now? I thought we were just starting to understand each other.
You know what I want. I want to protect the elves.
And you know what I want. That you fight here by my side.
This could take forever. I have far better things to do.
Wait a minute. You still owe me one. You're gonna stay right here until we're through with this.
I'm warning you.
No. You're part of the Sixth Power now, and it's time you accepted that.
That wasn't the deal.
I've helped you often enough. It's time you gave something back. You can go back to the depot when you're done with your tasks.
And how do you think that would look?
Let's start by keeping the Bastion clean.
You're assigning me to clean up the living quarters?
To cool off, I suggest you go hunting and make sure the number of animals in the area doesn't get out of control.
The animals?
Unless you have a better way to help.
No, not really.
Okay, then get out there and let me know when you're done.
Yeah, all right, I'll do it.
I'll come back in a while to check on your work.
Yes, sir. Asshole.